day, SpongeBob was telling Gary the snail to tell the clock the number it is in SpongeBob's pineapple house. It has Gary the snail of his eyes if SpongeBob has to wait and look, and then SpongeBob has to come right back. And he told poor Gary the snail he was really very surprised and show it to him about what it is. And also, if it was the question of Gary the snail about in the bathtub, if he wants to take a bath. And SpongeBob told Gary the snail, and SpongeBob said, Gary, there's a bomb with those things in it. It's gonna explode with 3 seconds unless you take a bath. And he said, please, but he's going to explode like a bomb, and he's gonna explode. It went kapow. And then he told Gary the snail about what it is. If SpongeBob and Gary the snail are gonna do an activity, like doing an activity together. If they're doing leapfrog, that's why SpongeBob was up and about to jumping. He went over Gary the snail, and they're playing leapfrog together. Like playing leapfrog, like a green frog. And poor Gary the snail, up about jumping. He poof crashed right into the wall. But poor Gary the snail broke his shell off. And it's ruined. And SpongeBob and Gary the snail with monies and coins. Like monies and coins like dollars. SpongeBob gives it to Mr. Krabs at the Krusty Krab. And SpongeBob told Gary the snail, SpongeBob singing a song like a rhythm with an instrument and made the sound like whoop, whoop, whoop. And SpongeBob sings a song really, very speed. He's very hot and sweaty. And he said that didn't work either, huh? And he said that to speed. And he's going to speed. He has to slow down when he's going speed. And he said, and he said, that didn't work either, huh? And then SpongeBob shows it to Gary the snail. SpongeBob pretends like a pirate, and SpongeBob pretends like a pirate. He counts numbers, like counting numbers, the coins, and dollars of the money. Like dollars, like it was dollars and coins. But he shows it to Gary the snail. Poor Gary the snail said, like poor Gary the snail was saying, meow. And SpongeBob was very mad, upset with poor Gary the snail in the tub. And he's mean to him. And it made a popping sound. And Gary the snail missed it. And poor Gary the snail was embarrassed. And SpongeBob pulled poor Gary the snail of his shell. It poof crushed right into it. He went up. He told Gary the snail. He said, Gary, no. And it pops his eyes, like eyeballs off. Poor Gary snail. And poor SpongeBob, he fell right in the water. It splashed right in the water in the bathtub. And he's mean to Gary snail. And he's sucked up with water. And he's a sponge. Like he sucked up water. And he's mean to him. He's blowing up. If he's a sponge. It sucked up lots and 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 lots of water. And he told Gary to snail in a tub.
Now, why don't you just get in the tub? Get in the tub. Get in the tub. Get in the tub.
Get in the tub.
In the tub. In the tub. Now, Gary, are you gonna get in this tub, or am I gonna have to stop? Gary, could you, Gary?
Gary, no. Gary! Splash.
All right, Gary, you have duped and/or frustrated me for the last time. So, if I can't get you to come to the bath, I'll just have to bring the bath to you.
And so SpongeBob told Gary the Snail, like Gary the Snail was reading a storybook. And he was really very surprised of SpongeBob. And he's a sponge. And then he sucked up lots of water. And he stuck up at the door. And he said that the bubble does a voice when he's sucked up with water. And he spits out water. And poor Gary the Snail ran away to the left. And then he missed it. And out of the windows of SpongeBob's Pineapple. And the dishes in the kitchen are sparkly clean. And poor Gary the Snail went out the door, the small door. And then he missed it. And SpongeBob opens the door and closes the door of SpongeBob's Pineapple House. And he said it was a joke to Gary the Snail. But poor Gary the Snail is covered in black dirt. And then he was stuck. And then SpongeBob climbs up the ladder. And he told Gary the Snail, like poor Gary the Snail was covered in black dirt. He was stuck. It was a joke. And SpongeBob bolts and spit out water on poor Gary the Snail covered in black dirt. It's time to clean up your act, Gary. But poor Gary the Snail, it ruined and went, tsh, and poor SpongeBob said, "Oh no, it's ruined. Someone stole the ladder. It's Gary the Snail." And SpongeBob told Gary the Snail what he was doing with a ladder, storing it. And then he told him if it was about the monkey mud puddle. And then SpongeBob counts numbers. He said 1, 2, 2.5, and he said 3. And made the slide whistle sound. Whoop! And another one slide whistle sound went whoop! And then poor SpongeBob told Gary the Snail. And poor SpongeBob fell off. And he said Gary, and poor SpongeBob, he fell right in the mucky mud puddle. He's covered in mud. He's really very mucky muddy. Like he was a dirty boy. And then it was dirty and mucky and muddy. And then he said, "I'm a dirty boy." And then he's covered in mud. He's really very, 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 very mucky and muddy. And happens this much up. He said, 1, 2, 2.5. Don't make me say 3. Gary. Gary. And poor SpongeBob was covered in mud. He's really very mucky and muddy. That's why he needs a bath. And he was sparkly clean. He needs a bath and have water in it at his homeless house in the bathroom. And he could get it over with instead of mucky and muddy. Like it was mucky and muddy. And so, Gary the Snail told SpongeBob, he said, meow. And SpongeBob said, yes, Gary. And he used a sponge and a soap with his ears. He was sparkly clean in a bathtub. Like he was sparkly clean in the bathtub with lots of water in the bathtub. In the bathroom, in SpongeBob Pineapple House. Like it was SpongeBob's Pineapple House. And Gary the Snail was really very proud. He was smiling a lot. And so that's the end of SpongeBob SquarePants, like Gary the Snail in a tub. Right after it on Nickelodeon, it's Ren and Stimpy. And the question I could say is, don't go away. There are specials as a surprises with you on Nickelodeon if it was Ren and Stimpy coming right up on Nickelodeon. Up next, get ready to do a happy, happy, joy, joy dance with Ren and Stimpy right there on Nickelodeon.